Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining tonight's session of cybersecurity. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Naveed. I'm working as the Assistant Manager, Sales and Marketing for Transfotech Academy. So today I'll be your host for the session, and we will talk about cybersecurity with AI course that we offer, and also how this course is going to change your career, or what are the topics that you guys are going to cover during the studies, and how do we do the job placement thing and everything in details. And allow me to share my screen first. So can anyone confirm, like, is my screen visible? Can anyone can unmute and can say that?
Yes, it's visible.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the confirmation. So let me start the session, and we will have a Q&A session at the end. So whenever we finish, then you guys can start asking questions. So first, let me introduce to our academy, which is Transfotech Academy. So some of you might join the session today for the first time, and you don't have that much idea about Transfotech. Well, we are an IT academy, a professional IT school. We established back in 2012, and for the last 13 years, we are providing IT courses that comes with job placement assistance, along with resume build-up and marketing support. Also, to be focused, like we are verified by the USCIS, so you can easily put your trust on us. And also, for the last 12 years, we have trained for more than 3,000 students, and the job placement rate, say we enroll 10 or 12 students in a batch, so at least 6 to 7% gets the job placement if he or she can finish the course successfully, and then he or she can get a placement in some good companies. Okay, so moving forward, so what are the courses that we are offering right now? Well, in total, we offer six IT courses, so which includes full stack Q engineering, business analyst, data analytics, cybersecurity analyst, web application security, and cybersecurity engineering. So if we talk about the cybersecurity field, to be precise, so we are offering three courses right now, but today we are gonna talk about the cybersecurity engineering course, because this is the our flagship course, to be honest, and this is the most advanced course that we offer, and this is the most updated curriculum, and it also is integrated with the AI. So yeah, that's the most heavyweight course that we offer right now. So today we are going to discuss about the cybersecurity engineering with AI. Now, let me introduce you to our founder, Mr. Sheikh Galib Rahman. So basically, he is a mastermind, and he is also the powerhouse of tech. He previously worked in Accenture as the global program manager. He also worked in Bank of America. He also worked in USCIS as the federal government. And he has around almost 20 years of experience in the QA and cybersecurity field. So basically, it was his dream to establish an academy, then to enroll the students and to provide IT courses and to set up the careers in IT. So with we are just following his dreams, and we are successfully provide placing some students after the course is completed. So he is the one who is behind the minds and brains of cybersecurity, and along with the TransferX all other courses. So this is a bit introduction of him. Now, how do we provide the process with of the enrollment and all the other things? So basically, we have six unique step process, which starts from the career counseling session. Say you contact us, or one of our advisors will contact you, and then we usually do the career counseling thing. And then after career counseling, we offer a course, or we provide a course based on the background, based on the educational qualification, and then we process the enrollment. After the enrollment, we usually provide the live classes on and lectures in lab also. After that, there's a 1 month of internship, and then interview preparation sessions. So the internship is basically what you have learned throughout the course. It will be a hands-on experience of what you have learned. Like the student will be assigned a course or materials, and then he or she has to finish a project within say 1 month maximum. And then after finishing the internship, then there's 1 month of interview preparation sessions. So basically, basically the instructor will be providing some questions like what are the common questions that you are going to face on the interviews and how to prepare for those questions. If there's any technical questions, how would you answer that? If there is any negotiations on any terms or anything or any test cases, how would you solve the problems? The instructor is basically going to train you for that. And after that, there comes the important part, which is the job marketing thing. And it includes your resume build up, your resume marketing, your job portal profile updating, then setting up mock interviews. So basically, then our goal will be to place you for a job and shortlist as many interviews as possible. So in total, it's a journey of around 6 to 7 months. And after attending a couple of interviews, like around 4 to 5 interviews, it's very much possible to land on a job if a person is consistent, like if he attends all the classes, if he finishes the course on time, and if he finishes the assignments and projects, submit the projects on time, then it's very much possible to land on a job within like 6 to 7 months. Now, let's move on to the recruitment part. Well, I want to introduce you to our recruiting manager and academic moderator, Ms. Sadia Nasreen. So basically, Ms. Sadia is working with us for around 5 years, more than 5 years for now. She has a vast experience in the recruitment sector. So she handles all our recruitment processes and all the verifications, all the resume buildups and stuff. So with she was successfully already placed more than hundreds of students to different jobs, and now she is helping all the students to to get through the courses, to provide the class recordings, to providing all the academic coordinations and all the faculty coordinations, everything. So whenever you finish the course, you will be handed over to her, and she is going to take care of your recruitment journey after you finish the course successfully. Now, here is our instructor, Mr. Raisul. Sir has already joined us. He is our cybersecurity instructor for this batch, and words will be less if I say the accomplishments of Mr. Raisul, because he has more than 16 years of experience in cybersecurity and information systems. He himself is a certified ethical hacker. He has a pro certified specialist of Metasploit. So a lot of achievements he have. So he is the perfect person to introduce himself and introduce you to the course. So rest assured, you are in good hands of Mr. Raisul. So the sir has already joined the session with us. So I will now request Raisul sir to introduce and say some words about him, and to take the floor to talk to all the students from here. So, sir, can you hear me?
Yes, am I audible?
Yes, perfectly audible. So, sir, you can give. I am actually words will not be enough to describe your qualifications and accomplishments. So, I think you are the best person to describe it.
Thank you, Naveed. Thank you all
Most
for
welcome.
joining today's session. So, first of all, I'd like to know if everyone can have clear speech of mind. That is, am I audible perfectly and clearly? Someone from the participant, can someone assure?
Yes, you
Okay,
have.
thank you, Abraham. So let me introduce myself. I am N.M.I Raisul Bari. I'm working in the cybersecurity field more than 16 years. And during my career progression, I have worked with the different banks, mobile financial services, and in fact, some global cybersecurity consultancy firms. I have already penetrated some kind of system and servers as my job responsibilities. The one of the major job was, or one of my major accomplishment during my job was to penetrate the SOC, that is Security Operations Center. I'm trying to make myself or make my words very carefully so that you don't misunderstand anything. During the compromise of SOC, I came to understand that social engineering is one of the best part to penetrate the human shield. In case of system and servers, it is the configuration part. Navid, is there any issues? I can't hear you.
Apologies. Yeah, we're good to go. I think there were
Okay.
some technical difficulties.
Okay,
Please, sir,
no
continue.
problem. No problem. So from the system and server perspective, it is always the configuration part or the security part so that we can have the vulnerabilities or exploitations so that we can exploit the system. After exploiting the systems, it was my privilege to attend extensive training from Singapore pertaining to the Metasploit. We have extensive training around 3 days, 3 full days in Singapore Rapid 7 office with my whole team to learn about the Metasploit in a very deep dive. And from the banks or the mobile financial service, I was the red teamer or offensive security professional, and still my team is working as a red teamer and offensive security professional. So in short, I have experience or hands-on experience in the four domains, which are vulnerability assessment and penetration testing, then red teaming or offensive security, risk management, and information systems audit. From the certifications, I have the CISA, I have the ISO 27001, CH Prince 2, and some other certificates pertaining to the risk management. So these are the only key terms for my certifications. Can we move next?
Here, sir. Give me a moment. So I think there are some technical difficulties. So let me share the screen again.
Sure, no problem. By this time, from the participant, if you have any queries on me, yes.
Okay.
So as you can see, we have total 10 modules. So we shall start from the cybersecurity foundation and core principles. This is the most common module in any cybersecurity course from the scratch. That is, we shall understand the confidentiality, integrity, and availability part, which are the core three pillars of information security. Then we will be move on to the cyber kill chain methodologies, some risk management techniques, and how to prepare a risk register. So these are the most basic things. In module 1, we will be starting the most basic things on the cyber security. What are the common features? What would be the common attacks? What would be the common defense mechanism? What are the core principles of the cyber security, etc. From module 2, we will be understanding the operating system and asset management and system security. That is how you will be finding any vulnerabilities and exploitations of operating system, how you will be identify the misconfiguration of operating system so that you can penetrate on those systems. It is very common and it is very much exclusive or extensive skill to identify the misconfiguration assets and to document them in such a way so that you can find the vulnerabilities and exploitations. And in a real world, you shall not identify or you shall not able to penetrate a system after 10 to 12 mistakes, because if you do mistakes repeatedly, you will be blocked from the network or from the system. So we avoid those things. We have to confirm the vulnerability, we have to confirm the exploitations. Afterwards, we shall penetrate the system in such a way so that any professional hacker can enter the system. The tagline is, we hack to secure a system. We don't hack to demonstrate that it can be hacked. We exploit the system first and we report that it is exploitable. So from the operating system perspective, you will learn the misconfigurations, how to identify those. In module 3, we'll be understanding the network fundamentals and network security. Networking fundamentals means what should be the ideal network diagram, how to make a network diagram, where to put the firewalls, where to put the load balancer, where to put the web application firewalls, what type of firewalls will be there, and many other things. In network security, there is a very good tool which is known as Nmap. I'm not sure have anyone of heard of that thing. So Nmap is basically a network mapper. It is a very good tool to identify the networking gaps or air gap thing which could be existed in the networking system. For example, you have firewall, you have load balancer, you have many things on many things so that you can secure your network. Now what if you have unblocked or you have opened a network port which is truly vulnerable? For example, for the web application part, we usually open the port 8081, then 8080 or 80. So these ports are quite vulnerable, and also these are most exploited ports. So from network perspective, we shall be able to understand how to capture the network packets, how to analyze those packets, how to scan a full network, how to find the air gap things in the network security, and how to exploit those. And each and every module, we will be learning the defensive things or how to defend the network from the attackers. The module 4, this is my core principle, red teaming operations. So this is the most fun part. I say this is the most fun part because this is more practical. This is a very good thing in case you are very much interested to exploit a system like a real hacker. And from the industry experience, we have identified that there are some silly mistakes or silly misconfigurations that can bring the whole system down. Earlier, I was explaining you to penetrate a security operations center through social engineering. This was the most funny thing that we have able to penetrate to the system. What was that? We just got an unattended piece of paper which has left in the printer. So we have collected that paper and found that many user credentials are there. So this is the most funniest thing we have experienced while penetrating any system. So other things are, as I have mentioned, you will be learning how to find the misconfigurations. And this offensive security tactics, there are many LLMs or AI, and there are many AI enabled tools which can suggest you how to penetrate a system. In fact, now you can develop your own malware, own custom built exploits, so that this should not be identified by the typical or most updated XDR or EDR. And the blue team operation is just the opposite of red teaming. That is, there is a team who are responsible to protect the system from the hackers, from the intruders, and from the attackers. So what will we learn in the blue team? We'll be learning the SOC, that is how SOC works. What is SOC? SOC is a security operations center which is up and running by the blue team, and they will be watching you, or they will be watching the hackers 24/7, 365 a day. Now, from the operations defense security strategies, we will be learning the SIMs. There are some very good open source SIMs, like I'm not sure whether you have heard of the Wazoo or ELK. These are the open source SIM. There are some open source ticketing tool from which you can be able to lodge a ticket, or you can put your observations through a totally automated system. So we call it as a ticketing system. Through this, what you can do through this ticketing system, you will be able to log your observation or log your findings so that the incident management team can take the appropriate action. So in blue team, we will be identifying, or we'll be learning how to identify the anomalies in the ICT system of an environment and how to protect those from the intruders, hackers, etc. From the generative AI, we'll be learning with coding with no code experience. I repeat, with no code experience. That is, you don't have to any kind of coding experience for generating any kind of bash coding or PowerShell coding or malware, virus, whatsoever. Why? Because from these LLMs or from these AIs, we will be able to generate our own code. And if we can write a proper prompt, we call it as prompt engineering, then it will be suggesting you, or it will be explaining you the all code line by line and with explanations in plain English language. So if you have no code experience, that is completely fine. We will be learning through generative AI how to build a code, how to do bash coding, how to do PowerShell coding, and etc. In fact, in Python coding. So this is the part of generative AI, and for this we will be using some uncensored LLMs, because if you know, there are some censored and uncensored LLMs. For example, ChatGPT, then Gemini. These all are the good things and censored LLMs. So if we will go for some uncensored LLMs to generate those things. Module 7 is the web application security and bug bounty hunting. So if you see, there are two parts. One is web application and another thing is bug bounty hunting. On this module, we will be learn detailed about the web application security, because this is the front end part. And from the front end, if configuration is not right, or is there any kind of vulnerabilities or weakness, we can be able to exploit those things. From my previous experiences, it is very much likely to penetrate a web application system quite easily. Why it is easy? Because you can find most of the exploitations in the front end first. If you can penetrate the front end, it is very much likely that you will be able to get into the back end of the system. That is, you can take over the database, you can take over the system, you can take over the network. So web application part is the most fun part, like offensive security, so that you can have a real life experience. Now, what do I mean by the real life experience? Whenever you will be involved in bug bounty hunting, there are open marketplace like Pico CTF, like Hack the Box, like Try Hack Me. So these are the open platform where you can learn the bug bounty hunting. In fact, if you know the Burp Suite or Port Trigger, we will be learning that during our courses. So they have a very good lab facility where they have explained all the concepts of web application very easily, and there are around 450 labs. So from the 450 labs we will be solve some lab so that you can have the complete idea how a web application works, what are the security holes, how can you able to penetrate the web application, and how to defend those. To sharpen your skill and knowledge, we'll be involving you to the bug bounty hunting. So you will be doing some bug bounty hunting, and in case you need some kind of assistance or if you need some further training, we'll be happy to provide those, which is directly connected with the CTF, Challenge and Practical Labs. Already I have mentioned that you will be involved in the bug bounty, you will be involved in the some of the web application labs. So we'll be learning the CTF. What is CTF? CTF is capture the flag. So you will be tasked by simple things, and you have to identify a piece of code, maybe a piece of hash value, maybe a file whatsoever. So both of the bug bounting and the CTF, these will be helping you out to dive into the deeper so that your skill can be sharpened, you can be placed more visibly and more accurately to the market so that a landing of the job can be a more practical. Next module is the open source intelligence or OSINT and cyber investigation. From this OSINT, I'm not sure if you heard about the deep web or dark web. So these are the truly things that you can identify your leaked credentials. You can be able to identify any kind of open source market or the dark market where you can do some unauthorized transactions, unauthorized activities, but your identity will be hidden. So we'll be learning this open source intelligence along with the dark and deep web, how to identify the leaked credentials, how to identify the information of your organization if there is any, and will be learn how to investigate a cybercrime or cybersecurity thing. How to do that? We'll be learning some forensic tools, not very much expensive things. We'll be exploring the open source things only because, as you know, the price of these professional tools is very high. So we'll be learning the open source things, and open source is the most valuable thing you will be finding out during this course because there are so much open source tools and OSINT methods. Using those, you can do anything and everything with a professional experience and skill. And module 10, your resume will be built up, you will be trained for the interviews, your career preparation shall be made. The Transfotech Academy shall be helping you out to transform yourself so that you can be placed to the job market with the necessary skills. So in a nutshell, these are the 10 modules what you shall be learning during the journey. Naveed, can we move to the next slide, please?
Sure.
So this is the most dangerous thing when you combine the AI with the cybersecurity. The recent news published by the ESET Technologies, which is a very good endpoint protection system, they have disassembled the first AI made malware so that this can be analyzed and integrated to the live systems to identify any kind of such kind of malwares. Reading news and found that Alabama, you have heard that name of that country, I am sure. So Alabama has appointed first AI based minister in their ecosystem to tackle the corruptions and those things. So in cybersecurity, if you can relate those news with the cybersecurity, it is very much obvious that its demand is pretty high. And if you can integrate your professional skill along with the AI, which you shall be taught throughout this course, it is very much obvious that you will be finding your dream job, or maybe you can land with your passion to a job which can be made of full of fun. The recent news also indicates that there are some open source tools or AI based tools which can generate or able to generate some kind of deep dive thing that will direct you to the exploitations. So these are the power of AI which you shall be integrated to the ecosystem. And if you go to the line of this slide, that during the 2025 to 2035, the demand will increase by 35% and the role will be increased by 65%. In general, or it is the speculation of the experts that in near future AI shall reshape the cyber defense, because this AI is now integrating with the security operation centers, with the SIM technologies and all those things. Naveed, can we move to the next slide, please? These are the potential job openings. So if I say in a nutshell that after successfully completion of this course, you'll be able to land any of these roles, but these are not the limited. There are much more roles in the market, but with a tagline that you have to invest your time, you have to be very passionate, or you have to have very passion or passionate, so that you can learn these things with fun. Without passion or without proper time investment, it would be very difficult for the Transfotech Academy to reshape your career thing. And if you have known the global consultancy firms like PwC, KPMG, Deloitte, all these consultancy firms are continuously looking for the cybersecurity thing, or they are looking for a professional, or they are looking for the resources who are truly experienced in the cybersecurity thing. If you have looked at this chart, you can find that IT security assistant, junior SOC analyst, SIM analyst, incident response analyst, digital forensics, CTF competitor, cybersecurity lab assistant, red team trainee. So red team or offensive security is the most required thing by the organizations. Why? They need two type of resources. One who can attack the entire ecosystem to extract the valuable things. In the reverse, they are continuously looking for the resources who shall be able to protect from the hackers and intruders. That is we called as SOC analyst. So these are the potential job openings, but these are not the only list. There are many more. So during the session, we will be showing you the probable list and probable required skills you shall need it to secure your job. Already I have mentioned that you must not have the coding experience. That is, we call it no coding experience. Why? As I have explained, that we will exploring the AI so that we can make many more malware and viruses with no coding experience. You don't have to any idea on the coding, but we shall develop the skills so that you can understand at least the code which has been generated by the AI tools or LLMs. Minimum high school diploma shall be required for enrollment of this course. Basic computing knowledge is needed. IT background is not required. So let me focus on two lines: no coding experience and no IT background required. In cybersecurity, most of the cases, many of the persons may focus on these two things, that is coding and IT background. But from my experience, I know some people who does not have any kind of coding experience, and they are not from the IT background, and they are working reputedly in a very well-known organizations. So from the Transfotech Academy, we can ensure that you don't have explicitly these kind of experiences, and you don't have any kind of age restrictions. That is, if you consider yourself like my age is 40 plus or my age is 60 plus, am I able to enroll in this course, or it is it a perfect time to switch over my career? So it is completely fine. So age is just a number, so it should not be considered whenever the skill comes in. Naveed, can we go to the next slide? Course detail, mostly this will be practical oriented course. So a long 80-hour course. So most of the times you will be given some home task. You will be guided through some labs. You shall be preparing yourself for the next level. So let me introduce that. So duration of this course is 5 months. There shall be 40 plus instructor-led live classes. Every class shall be around 2 hours. That is 40 plus means 40 multiplied by 2 hours. It is 80 hours course. You shall be guided at least 1 month for in-house preparation and secure your internship or the professional things. We shall try our best, or Transfotech Academy will put the best effort to secure your job. And as I have said, you have to prepare yourself both mentally and physically, so that you are completely aligned, that you have to invest some time to practice the class. Otherwise, it would be very difficult for you or us to guide you properly. So it is a both way preparation, and cybersecurity is always a journey. Yes, Navid, can you please move to the next slide? So I am handing over to Navid to carry on the next slides. Thank you, Navid.
Okay, most welcome, sir. Thank you so much for your valuable information. It was really helpful and informative. So, these are some of the students who finished the course with us, and they have provided some feedbacks. And also, if you get time, then you can visit our YouTube channel to get some feedbacks of the alumni and whatever they are working, their companies, their struggles, or their success stories. Everything is mentioned in our website and also the YouTube channel. So I request everyone. So whenever you get time, you visit YouTube and you go to Transfotech Academy channel, and then you can watch the videos of the alumni students. So maybe next time you'll be one of them also. So about the payment plans, we have three simple payment plans. If you go for the monthly installment plan, then it's $700 per month. So in total, it's 3,500. And if you go for a 3-month plan, then it's a bit cheaper, which is $1,000 for 3 months. And if you go for the one-time payment, then it's the most cheapest one. It's 2490 all inclusive. And these are the upfront payments and no hidden charges and no other fees. It's all inclusive. And his payment plan includes everything like the live classes, your internship, your interview training, your resume build-up, your resume marketing, and job placement support until you are hired. Also, as you have joined today's session, so there will be a discount for you if you come first basis. So for the first 5 students, we'll be giving you a very good discount, and it will be applicable till 18 September. Now, let's dive into our Q&A section. So the floor is open for all. So if you have any technical questions for our instructor, so sir is available here, and he'll be happy to answer all of your technical questions, and all the other questions related to the service about the course, I'll be happy to assist you. So please, anyone have any questions, please feel free to ask.
Okay,
Hey,
I can.
this
Yes, Asad.
yeah. So this is Asad. So my question is how to obtain the CISA. I see
How
your
to
obtain.
CISA?
Yep.
So CISA is basically offered by the ISACA, and you have to purchase their official book so that you can learn yourself. And it is advised to attend a professional training by the CISA certified professional so that you can be guided properly. You have to invest at least 6 months to pass the CISA successfully.
What is the requirement for that? Like prerequisite.
There is no prerequisite. There is only one thing. You have to pass the CISA. So there are 5 domains. You have to pass every domain successfully. For example, if you pass 4 domains and fail one domain, you will be ultimately failing to the exam. So to pass the exam, you have to
So
pass
I just
all
want
the
to
5 domains.
I just went to an
Yes.
CISA like ISACA as you mentioned, and I saw that there is a requirement is at least 5 years of real time experience.
Yes.
That is true.
Yes, that is true. These 5 years experience can be shown in many ways. For example, if you have related honors or masters, you can be waived 1 year. So you have to show that you have 4 years of experience, and maximum, so far I remember, maximum 2 years can be waived according to your professional experiences and the professional degree.
And how much is the cost for that?
If you are the member, it is, for as of now, it is 575. And if you are not a member, I think it should be 650 or 600, maybe 650 or 750. But if you are a member, then it will be 575. I think I have answered your question, right?
Yep. And
Okay,
one
so
more thing, how long will
yes.
be the question like exam?
Hello.
So how long is the exam? Exam is 3 hours. There shall be adaptive questions. You have to answer. You have to sit for the exam, and exam shall be conducted in a very modern based thing, that is adaptive thing. So for example, if you 150 question is there, so for example, you can finish it by 150 question, or you can finish by 100 question. So based on your answers correctly, you shall be marked accordingly. Yes, Mr. Asad.
I just said I just see the website. This is there should be the 4 hours exam, but yeah.
Okay, 4 hours. So I forgot. I passed CISA back in, for example, 2015, I guess. Okay. So we are taking some question from the chat box. So Asad has already asked another question for the web service application, which tool we learning and set up the port. So we'll be learning many tools for web application, particularly the Bob Suite thing, because it is the most one of the most used tool to penetrate or to evaluate a web application. So we'll be learning the Suite in a very structured way so that you can be able to run the Suite, install the Suite, and assess the web application in a proper way. Alongside that, we'll be learning many open source applications using the Kali Linux. And in terms of Kali Linux, we'll be learning some built-in tools which are available in Kali, as well as we'll be learning to install some other tools from the GitHub repos or third-party repos and how to use them. So for web service application, roughly we will be learning how to do the directory search, then how to finding out the SQL or SQL injection vulnerabilities, cross-site scripting, courts. So there are many type of vulnerabilities in web application, but we'll be learning very thoroughly Bob Suite along with the Nikto, Victo, Deer Search, Derby. So there are many tools. I can name you at least 10 tools now. So I just said shortly that we shall be learning many tools in case of a web application. What is the least or minimum educational requirement? Acha, before that I missed one thing.
We have a question from, I think, Abraham. Would the instructor walk us through how to install Kali Linux on the virtual machine?
Yes, I will be, because without the Kali Linux, it would be a challenging task to complete the labs. So what I shall do, I shall walk you through to the Kali Linux and the Parrot. Not only the Kali Linux, we will be learning two operating systems for the penetration thing or VA thing. So one is Kali Linux and another one is Parrot. These two tools are very good. So there are another OSS, but we shall not be going through that. We shall be strictly stick to the Kali and Parrot. And how to install that, I shall be showing you in the class how to install the Kali Linux, how to install the Parrot, all those things. And after this class will be recorded, right, Naveed?
Exactly.
And recording
Every
shall be
class will be
provided.
recorded.
Okay,
Yes,
great.
and the recordings will be provided all to the students, and that will be having a lifetime access. So whenever they are enrolled, they can watch the class recorded unlimited times. Okay, so we have a question from Cyril. Please explain what is the basic computing knowledge needed you mentioned.
So basic computing knowledge refers that at least you have some common idea how to operate a laptop or how to operate a desktop. For example, from the high school, I believe you have already experience on basic handling procedure of the laptops or desktops. So that is the only criteria and which we will be referring as basic computing knowledge. And for example, you are already very much acquainted to MS Word, MS Excel, all those things. You have some knowledge on how to use the notepad. So these are the basic computing knowledge.
One question from Benson. Please, did you issue certificate after the training? Okay, let me take this, sir. So yeah, after you finish the course, you'll be getting a certificate of completion from the academy. If you pass the course successfully, and if you finish the internship successfully, and if you submit your projects on time, and if you do good, and then you are qualified to get a certificate of completion from the Transfotech Academy. Okay, we have a question from Tony. What is the least minimum educational requirement? Well, the least requirement is the high school diploma. If you have high school diploma, you are good to go. And one question is for Sir. Sir, in your opinion, how does the job market look like for cybersecurity for the next 5 years, 26 to 2031? So, sir,
So
over to you.
Navid, can I share my screen?
Of course, sir. Let me stop the screen sharing then.
I believe my screen is visible.
Yes.
Yes, we can see now. Thank you.
Yes, just let me allow a moment. So this is the not this one, cybersecurity supply. Yes, this is the total job opening for as on today. Let me show you as of today's demand, then I shall explaining you to the 26 to 31. So this is the US market. So if you go to the New York, it is already 20,228 job openings. Sorry, 288 job openings. And these are all the states, not the metro areas. So these are all the states. And if you see, these are the total openings. Now, these are the trends. If we, to answer your question, let us move to the job opening trend first. So this is always an increasing rate. For example, if we compare 69%, now this is 71%. That is roughly, it is 2% year on year. So if you say 2% year on year, that is 2025 to 2026 is another 2, and 2026 to 20 another 10%. So if you add almost 12%, so this becomes 83%, right?
This is overall cybersecurity. It's not like a specific like in our course, right?
Yes, I'm coming on that. I'm coming on that. I'm coming on that. Let me describe first. So this is the national average for where? This is the historical trend number of online job listing for cybersecurity related position. That is, this is not based on the US market only. This is the picture of a global scenario. If you see, the global scenario is increasing year on year by 2% from 25 to 24 to 25, and from the 2023 to 2025, so it is already in increasing rate. And the national average, if you say, this is 80% and 2025 is 74%. Why this trend is lowering? Because many organizations are frustrated that they are not getting proper professionals to handle these things. So what they are doing, they are shifting to their entire thing to the third party. For example, Big Fours. So Big Fours are now doing the supply chain things on behalf of an organization. That is why you can see some fluctuations. And it is completely my opinion that if you see, this is online job opening globally, this is national. National means this is only specific to US. So in US, this number of job is already there, and total employed workforce is this. So now if you compare these things, my guess is in next 5 years, the according to the demand supply and according to the employee workforce trend, the increasing rate may be 5% year on year. That is 5 multiplied 5, that is 25% higher than 2025. So that would be my answer with one closing note, that is cybersecurity market is now facing a terrible kind of workforce gap, not in the US only, it is the global scenario. So if you think yourself as a global professional, I should be reminding you that this is the proper time to sharpen your skill, or dive into the cybersecurity with proper experience. Proper experience means if you have proper skill and if you have proper passion on the cybersecurity. I
Could
hope.
you please share the URL on that?
Yes, sure. Let me allow
Excuse
to
Hello?
stop my screen. Yes,
Yeah,
Francis.
so all this class is virtual, right? It's a
Yes, the
virtual
classes will be
environment.
online. Right.
All right. So one of my problem is understanding how, the language. It's a language, a little thing. Another thing, it's not how could you guarantee that after the course and everything is completed that the participants will get a job? And what if we just want to get a job and rather than not do the internship? How does that play out? Or you must have to do an internship with us? Because right now, I mean, it's everything is cost. You just did a calculation there, but I feel like, tomorrow the market may change. Nobody know how the market is changed. Look, in the US right now, you got people losing their jobs every day. I mean, for example, my company just closed down. So you can't guarantee that, at least I'm looking into cyber, but I can't even, there's no surety that cybersecurity is really the one that take you out of that bucket.
Okay, sir, can I take this question?
Yes, please.
Okay. So, Francis, to answer your question about the job market, well, you're absolutely right. The market is rapidly changing. Say, for example, last year we had a lot of students enrolled for our quality assurance engineering. So we had the most students over there. But this year the momentum totally shifted to cybersecurity. For example, this is our, say, seventh or eighth batch to be precise for cybersecurity, and we already enrolled more than 100 students in our different batches, and they are learning about cybersecurity. Why? Because the market is shifting towards cybersecurity, and also with integration with AI, the market is totally focused on AI-based cybersecurity. So you may learn about the basics, you may learn about the one or two things about the cybersecurity, but say you are getting yourself updated, you get yourself a course which the latest technologies and knowledges along with AI. So if you have the skills and if you can convince your employer that yes, I am the perfect person that you are looking for to do the job, then it's definitely there is job available, because the market is always market always looks for the professionals who have the skills. So if you
Yeah,
also, one
that's
thing I should
that's so
mention that your interview performance will also matter, because say you finish the course, you finish the internship, you're ready for the market. Whenever we apply to jobs for you, you're gonna sit for the interviews. So whenever you enter the interview room, then you're on your own. So if you can convince that, then the job is yours. Okay. But yeah, one thing I should mention here that attending like one or two interview is not enough to land on a job. At first, you have to gain some experience, like what are the questions that they're facing. How would I handle the difficult questions? So yeah, so we recommend that you attend at least 4 to 5 interviews to get the idea, and then you can easily crack the job at the fourth or fifth interviews. Because we have some students who crack the interviews in their fifth or sixth attempt or even seventh attempt. So it doesn't matter how much interview you face, we want you to succeed and we want you to crack the interviews.
totally understand, but
Mhm.
like I said, it's not a guarantee. You could do you could be the best student and still ace the thing. And most of these people, they're not looking. Some of them, sometimes they're not looking for the best. They're just looking for someone who they could work with, basically.
Exactly.
So that's why I said, you said, oh, you got to be the best, but I don't think I think that should change. You should say, hey, once you're comfort, once you provide students who is comfortable to do the work. It's not the best because, like I said, I could be the best, and you could be like someone on the way below, and they take you because what they see more potential in you than me, basically.
You're absolutely right. We have a question from Christopher. Christopher mentioned, do you need security clearances to get the basic employment in cybersecurity? Sometimes it depends on some company's requirement, but sometimes you can work as a freelancer. Say, for example, in different freelancing websites, you can work as a freelance cybersecurity specialist, freelance hacker, or you go for the bug bounty programs. You can find any of the bugs that some of the big companies offer some bounties. So, sir, I think there are no clearance needed for the bug bounty huntings. Is that right?
No, for bug bounty, we don't have any kind of clearance.
Right. So, and the amount is also huge. Like some companies offer like $2,000, $3,000 around, say, a 7-day challenge, or per bug finding. So they offer different kind of reward to all the participants.
Yes, just to add with Naveed, cybersecurity course or cybersecurity career is a very vast thing. So we don't recommend to make it as a common shake because the same size does not fit to all. Same goes for cybersecurity. You have a large or enormous amount of professional gaps or professionals required by the job market. So I am suggesting to, for now, not to restrict yourself. Sky is the limit. And as if I'm not wrong, Abraham was saying about the experiences or the interests. Only thing you need is your passion, is your time, and is your practice. The rest shall be decided based on your input level. What do I mean by input level? That is which is truly by your dedication. There is no good or bad student. It is only about the dedication. So if you are dedicated, if you are passionate, if you are ready to shift your career, or if you are ready to build your career, so this is the one of the most futuristic plan, and the world is moving so fast in that area, so that you can have your own two-sided sword. So in cybersecurity we call it as two-sided sword. Yes, Navid.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir. I think that answers the questions of Francis. Any more questions? Please feel free to ask. I
What
think
is the salary range? Please elaborate.
For entry level, if you can Google, then you'll be seeing that for entry level, usually it starts from around 65 to 70K to up to 90K. But usually in the mid level, it usually starts from 100K to 130K, and it depends on the negotiations, the interview performance, and the company's budget also. But yeah, the performance depends on, and salary depends on the interview. Crucially, interview performance is important. Okay, so I think my screen is visible again. Okay, any
Yes,
more
Navid.
questions from any other participants?
I got my bachelor's
Okay.
in computer information system. I got my security plus also. Very good. So I should be saying this is from Christopher Morris. So I should be saying that this is a very positive side of yours. That is, you have already security plus. I'm not sure whether you have this certificate or you have attended any trainings. So if you have at least the
So,
security plus training, it is completely fine.
okay, that's good. I have one more question. So you, as you mentioned,
Yes.
right? You finish your CISM, so CISA, right? Not CISM.
Yes, not CISM, CISA, right.
Okay, cool. Why you are not attending for the CISSP for ISC square? It's time too, right?
Okay. So it's my personal plan so that
Okay.
I can preparing for the SSSP. So this is complete. In fact, I'm planning, but due to some time constraints and some professional engagements, and from these, there are some challenges in my family. I have my old parents, so I have to take care of them. I have my own kids, so I have to take care of them. I am a professional. I have to invest my time to move my career further, as well as I am engaged with the training institutes like in Transfotech. So yes, I have a plan. Let's see the rest upon the Almighty Allah. So this is His perfect plan. So let me rely on that. Yes, Asad. If you have any question on me or on the training or any other thing,
No, I'm good. Thank you.
no
Most
worries.
welcome. Most welcome, Asad.
There is any plan? Okay. So you don't like to share your credential. There is any way. There is any way we can get your LinkedIn profile that we can visit, learn from your LinkedIn.
Yes, my LinkedIn profile is public. If you can Google on my name, you will find my profile. Just type N.M.I Raisul Bari and you will be finding my Google profile on Google. And I believe it will be on top 3, I guess. Any other questions, brothers and sisters?
Yeah, I posted a question earlier. I wanted to know, like, so someone just said there have been seventh or eighth batch already been completed. So approximately how many students, from the total batches, like percentage wise, maybe got jobs?
Okay, so sir, let me take that question. So
Yes,
Tony,
please.
okay, the finished batch, the course part is now complete. And right now, they have finished the internship, and right now they're preparing their resume and they're ready for the market. So they are being marketed right now. So hopefully by the end of this year, we can give you a prediction like more around 50 or 60 students will be getting jobs. That's for sure, because some of the students did very well in their exams and the academy is very satisfied. So they are ready to prepare the resume and then market them for the jobs. So right now it is on process.
Got it. Thank you.
Most welcome, Tony. Any more questions from anyone?
Yes, I can see another question. Do you need security clearance to basic employment in cybersecurity? Naveed.
Sir, I have already answered that part.
Okay,
Remember the bug bounty one and the freelancing
okay,
one. So
okay,
for
okay,
those, you
got it.
don't have any need any clearances.
I believe the security clearance for need for the if you like to land in the government job, that time you
Exactly.
need the security clearance. Otherwise, it's not required.
Exactly. So I think the question answer session was very well, and I think we have answered all of the queries that all of the participants. So let's move on to the closing part. So that's me, by the way, and these are our offices. One is in Manhattan, another is in Los Angeles. So if any of you want to visit the office, you are most welcome to come to the office. We are open from Monday to Friday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. So just make a call, book an appointment, and you can visit us anytime, and we can have a cup of coffee at the office, and then we can talk face to face. So you can save my number, you can save my email, you can contact me on this number and email, you can take a screenshot, and you can contact me anytime. With that said, sir, do you have any final words for all the participants? Because we are about to close the session.
Yes. So the learning thing is a very good curve. So let us focus on the learning first. Certification is the secondary thing. So if you learn anything, your certificate will be follow your path, and accordingly, there is a high probability that you will be landing your dream job or the expected level of job you are thinking of. That is one. Secondly is second thing is being a cybersecurity professional. As I have mentioned, as Mr. Asad has already wanted my LinkedIn profile, so I have already said that you can visit Google and search on my name. You will find my profile. And third one is due to some bad experiences previously, I am not sharing any kind of credential to any social media. So I have a very bad experience on that. Based on that, I'm not sharing. And last of all, best of luck for your future endeavor. And thank you, Navid. That's all from my
Most
side.
welcome. Most welcome, sir. Most welcome for your precious time. It was really nice having you with us for the session, and you share some excellent information, some updates about the course, and some very useful materials and tools that we are going to learn about in the course. So, with that being said, I think we can end the session here. So I will stop the screen sharing. So hopefully all of us will be seeing some of the known faces in this from this session when the enrollment closes. Sir, I think you will be getting some students. You will be getting to see some of the faces in your next classes whenever the enrollment is done. So. Uh, Haroon, please keep in touch. Thank you so much. You can contact us anytime, call us or email us or visit us or visit websites. You can contact us anytime for any information, and hope to see you in the sessions or the next classes. So thank you so much, guys. I think we'll close the session. So, sir, thank you so much. With your permission, I'll be closing the webinar.
Sure. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you all for your time.
Most welcome. Most welcome, sir. You all have a good night.
Good night.